try something new a little bit this week, and I'm recording your reading live. Thank you for tuning in. I do like to start the reading with a quick smudge. I have some sage here. And 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius. So take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. And there we go. We start off with that Temperance card. I tell you, that Temperance card is a Sagittarius card. That comes up the most often in your readings, Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Sagittarius. What would you like the Sagittarian to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you. And I see everything is falling into place for you this week, Sagittarius, as is indicated by that Ace of Pentacles. And you know who you are, and you are following the Ace of Wands. Wonderful gifts that you are receiving in your public life this week, Sagittarius. Welcome to Remedies, Alchemy, and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do look at your horoscope, and I look at the moon placement, the sun placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you this week. But first and foremost, I do rely on my intuition. I do set the intention for this reading that you practice and use your intuition as well. I think that tarot cards are a wonderful way to vet or to verify our intuition. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Sagittarius. What would you like the Sagittarius to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Sagittarius. You have a lot of wonderful, you have been doing some wonderful and amazing work. You have a lot of great things coming into you as a result. And that Queen of Pentacles also shows up quite a bit in your reading, or in your readings. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm just going to line these up just a little bit so you get a better view of them. All of the cards. I do like you to be able to see all of the cards here. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, the basis, the foundation of your reading this week is the Queen of Cups. And many times I like to call this my a lot card. There's a lot of feelings and a lot of emotions that we've been looking at, that we've been sorting through. And that has driven a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions as they relate to partnerships, coupleships, and relationships. You've really been sorting through a lot of feelings and emotions. I do know, was it last month or the month before that in one of your readings that you have found someone and they're making you rethink your thoughts on being in a committed relationship. I think up until this point, you've been thinking, you've been believing that in order to be in a committed relationship, that was going to hinder you from following your passions, from following your desires, from achieving your goals. But you're reconsidering that, you're rethinking that. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your cards here, Sagittarius. And again, we start off with the Temperance card. And of all of the zodiac signs in my readings, you receive the Temperance card most often. You have a wonderful, unique ability to take what you have and transform that. and you're transforming that using your knowledge, using your wisdom, using your instincts. It's I guess at this point I'm thinking, if someone gives you lemons, you're making lemonades, you're making lemon meringue pie. I mean, you are just really all out, really practicing using what you have to create what you want. And that is followed by the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is a gift. It's a spiritual or a physical gift. Hey, Jesus, I love you as well. Actually, Jesus Christ lives. I do believe that is true. I do believe that he has delivered me. I do believe that I am one of the saved, or one of the saved, and I wish the same for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Sagittarius today. And here we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a gift from above. And this is a physical gift. It could be the gift of money, but it can also be a physical gift. And here we have the Ace of Wands, which is the gift of strength. And you receive your strength through what it is that you are passionate about. I really do believe that you are very creative and very artistic, and that you bring that artistry into what you do in your public life, in your professional life, and that is showering down gifts on you. And then we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups represents our feelings, represents our spirit. And here I see that you have found a comfortable place, that in your work life, in your professional life, in your career, you have had turbulent waters, or there's been things that have been confusing, or things that have been throwing you off of your game. But I see you finding quiet, calmer waters. Things are really starting to fall in place for you at this time, Sagittarius. You are building a strong, positive reputation for yourself, and people are looking towards you for guidance. They're looking at you for guidance, or maybe they're even looking at you to determine what it is that they should do next. Sagittarius, you have a lot of influence on your industry here, and you can totally understand why. And thank you, Spirit. I can totally understand why you are wanting to commit more time and more energy to what it is that you are doing. What it is that you are doing, not only is it falling in place, but it is also bringing you those extra rewards, those extra perks. And again, that is because you're following your passion. You are following your intuition, your guiding light. You are on the correct path. You are taking the correct journey here in your public life, your professional life. I don't know, it could be school, education, uh, business, but it really does involve your creativity and your passion. Thank you, Spirit. Hi, Hector. Welcome to Remedies, Alchemy, and Tarot. My name is Greta. Thank you for watching. And Sagittarius, in your private life, your love life, your home life, your family, and your friends, we start off with the Knight of Cups. And this is slow and steady wins the race. And again, this really is talking about that change, that shift, that transformation, where maybe in the past you believed that having a life partner might slow you down, might hinder you, might keep you from achieving what it is that you're passionate about achieving. But you have met someone, or soon will be meeting someone that changes your idea on that, where you're ready to commit and you're ready to move forward in a private, in a personal relationship. And I do believe that this is a love relationship. And I do believe that you have met your soulmate or will very soon be meeting your soulmate. And they're changing your ideas about commitment. And then here we have the World card. That is you in the center doing the dance of life. And you're doing that dance of light, and you're really dancing to your own tune, following your off the beaten path. What you are doing is off the beaten path, and you are being divinely led, divinely guided at this time. Followed by the Page of Swords, finding clarity, finding understanding. I think that there is someone, a family member or a close friend, that you would consider a family member. And they're experiencing an illness, a sickness. They're requiring more time of you. And here we have the Two of Wands. And this Two of Wands, we have you looking out into or towards your future, and you have the world in your hands. The sky is the limit here for you. Everything is really starting to fall in place for you, Sagittarius. You've been caring for a family member or a loved one, and they are requiring more time, more energy than you originally thought that they would. It's they're yes, you were committed to spending time, but they are requiring more time, more help, more energy than you had originally planned for. And it's like you're feeling like you're torn between caring for them and working towards your goals. But source here, the cards here are indicating that it doesn't have to be all or nothing here, Sagittarius. It doesn't need to necessarily be a black and white situation. Maybe consider, yeah, because here, look, we even have that knowledge, that wisdom card here. You really have some wonderful positive energy surrounding you at this time, Sagittarius. And all you have to do is consider asking other family members for help to see if they can help lighten your load, so you can focus on your career, so you can focus on what it is that you're passionate about. Um, to maybe, there's someone here that is going to be able to help you pick up the slack. Or you may even consider hiring out help, hiring in help. I also believe that there is some form of social program um, that you can reach out to that would be willing to offer you aid. And that aid is really going to help you free up time. There's many social programs out there that are more than able and willing to offer you help here. But I do see that there is help here for you, but you are going to be the one to need to seek that out. Hi, Rise and Shine. Welcome to Remedies, Alchemy, and Tarot. My name is Greta. Okay, and so Rise and Shine, when I am done with the reading here, I will draw a card on your court case. Let's see here. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for Sagittarius. Messages from Spirit. We start here with the Six of Wands, and that is a victory card. There is victory, winning the crowd, winning the favor of those around you. And again, I believe that this victory card is speaking to others looking for you or towards you for guidance in your professional life, in your public life. And that is followed by the strength card. You have everything that you need to succeed. This strength is really speaking to that strength that comes from within you. And I do believe that no one has had an easy year, that this year has really been full of ups and downs, but you have demonstrated that you have the strength to get up. What is that saying? It's like, knock me down 7 times and I get up 8 times. That is what this card speaks to. Oh, I'm welcome to have, yes, thank you for subscribing. And so, yes, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for your comments. When I am done with the cards, reading the cards on the table, I do open up my readings for a quick question and answer. I do allow everyone one question, and I will be more than happy to draw a card from them. I often find that many of the questions that we're looking for or seeking are answered during the reading. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Sagittarius. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I like to call this the ultimate gratitude. You are one of the most grateful signs as you do receive this Queen of Pentacles. It's like you have worked hard for everything that you have and everything that you are. It's not only about the physical, it's about the mental, about the spiritual. And it's about mastering our feelings, mastering our thoughts, mastering our emotions. And you are grateful for all of that. You have put in the work and it really shows. And that really does make you a people magnet, as is demonstrated here by the Three of Pentacles. And here you are, and look at everyone looking towards you. Everyone is really looking towards you at this time. Perhaps they're verbally asking you for guidance, but they are definitely looking at you in your actions, in determining what they should do next. You have really turned yourself into a leader. And I think that this has just come to you just naturally. It's not something that you've set out to do. The best leaders lead by example, and that is what I am seeing here for you, Sagittarius. When we know who we are, we know what we want. We find out who we are by expressing what lies within us. Our creativities, our desires, and even our goals help us determine who we are. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you. That was so lovely. Thank you for letting me do that reading. I'm just so happy when I get all of these positive cards. Not everyone receives positive cards, but you really made this reading very easy for me. And so I am going to open it up for questions. And so if your question was not, hi from the UK, oh my gosh, what a wonderful country. I just have some of the best viewers. Okay. Okay. And so, Rise and Shine, your question was, if you could please write your question in the comment section. And then Jesus, no, that was Jesus Christ Lives. Let me get down to Hector. Welcome, Hector. And Perks and Valleys of Nursing. Welcome to my channel. Nursing, what a wonderful gift to be able to share with the world, with your community. Just really opening yourself up as to being a nurse. I thank you. Thank you for all the wonderful things that you do as for being a nurse. I do know how taxing and how draining those are going to be. I have a court case in December. Am I going to be free? I'm stressed out. I'm going to say, first of all, rise and shine. Don't stress out. You are going to be free. Let's see here. Oh, and look, you have, look. And so look at these wonderful cards that you have. This is going to heal this. So we have the King of Swords. And anytime I see the King of Swords, I talk about contracts. I talk about legal agreements. And I don't know if this was a marriage or a partnership or a contract, but I see that this is going to end. It's going to end in your favor. And how it ends is going to heal you. And why I say heal you, if we look, we can see the twin serpents there, which is the healing sign, which is why they use it for nursing, why they use it for doctors. And the Emperor card, perhaps you're dealing with an Aries, but the Emperor card, many times when I see the Emperor card, I'll talk about the energy and how an emperor wields his energy. And so if an emperor rules his kingdom with an iron hand, it will fall. If an emperor rules his kingdom with a lenient hand, it will fall. The challenge for the emperor is to rule with a fair and balanced equal hand. And so I think that what Source is advising at this time is to be relaxed. There's no reason for you to be stressed out. If you bring stressed energy into this situation, that is what the universe is going to reflect back to you. By relaxing and being confident in the outcome, it's going to be a more positive outcome because that's the energy that the universe can reflect back to you. But I see that this case is going to end. And when it ends, it's going to end in such a way that it is going to be very healing for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. And Bakishi Bra, let's see here. Will there be a reunion in your relationship? Will there be a reunion in their relationship? Will there be a reunion in their relationship? Thank you. Thank you, Rise and Shine. Welcome, and I hope to see you again. And we have the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups is a card that represents memories, fond memories. And so what I like to say about memories, especially memories that deal with past relationships, many times we will remember a situation more fondly than it actually was. And some people will say, like rose colored glasses. And really, what that is and how that works is because we can only feel that emotion, any emotion, we can only feel an emotion in the moment. And when our minds create memories and show us those memories, it's only the pictures, it's only the situation. It does not include the feelings and the emotions that went with those moments. I mean, we can remember that something was hurtful, but we don't necessarily feel that hurt or that pain in the present moment. It's almost like if you can remember a time where we had that feeling and we had that moment where we had that lump in our throat. We've all had an experience where we felt that lump in our throat. And if we think back to that moment, if we think back to that experience, we can know that that lump in our throat was there. But the feelings that went along with that, and even that lump in our throat, is not there. So many times, if we're talking about reuniting with a past relationship, especially if it was an intimate relationship or a coupled relationship, I tell my listeners to be very, very careful and to really watch for those red flags. And as soon as you even get an inkling, or even if you don't even get a red flag, even if you get a yellow flag, I would say stop. I would say stop. That you, at this time, the memories that you are remembering are not connected to the feelings. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the collective. No contact and blocked Nardry. And current feelings towards you. Current feelings towards you. Current feelings. And so this card is for Nidri. I'm so sorry about my pronunciation. I should practice on that, but it's Niraj. This card is for you. Current contact and no block. And so if someone has blocked you, if someone has blocked you for any reason, why would you want to continue to have contact with them? And here we have the King of Wands. Stay true to yourself. This card is staying true to yourself. Trust your instincts. I think that, again, I would say if someone has blocked you and someone is wanting no contact, why would you continue? To continue is only hurting yourself. Guard yourself, guard your feelings, guard your passions. And many times with that King of Wands, that is about being guarded and being protective of our passions, of our desires, of our emotions. Your passions and your desires and your emotions will be well spent with someone else. Thank you. And Reventon 786, will you meet your loved one? And are you a Scorpio? And so this card is, I will say, yes, you will meet your loved one. I think we meet our loved one when we are ready. And so, if we are talking about a soulmate, if we are talking about a life partner, they will come into our lives when we are ready and when they are ready. The best thing that we can do to make ourselves ready and align ourselves with source, with aligning ourselves to our life partners, is to stay true to our passions and to stay true to our desires. And yes, so you have received the Sun card, which is telling me you will meet your life partner. You will meet your life partner when you are ready and when they are ready. Until your partner comes into your life, stay true to yourself and align with your life's purpose. The sooner we align with our life's purpose, the sooner our life partner comes in. Thank you, Spirit. I'm still down for her for some reason. I'm so sorry to hear that you're still. And sometimes um, soulmates, twin flames, are really brought into our lives for us to learn a lesson. And if we still feel connected, or we still feel drawn to a past person, that is because we have not learned the lesson that we were meant to learn in that relationship. And once that lesson is learned, we're able to get over that. We're able to move on. Whether that is getting over it and moving on with that person, or getting over that and moving on with another person. To hear you say that there's still that attachment is saying that there's still something that you were meant to learn, still something there that you were meant to see. Thank you. A Pisces and a Leo. Thank you. Thank you. Did anyone else have any questions before I end the reading? I do want to thank you for commenting and for liking and sharing. And so, and Raja, welcome back. Thank you again for tuning in. And if I'm remembering correctly, you are a Pisces. Is that correct? And your windfall is coming in the form of a job opportunity. You are receiving multiple job opportunities at this time. If you are already employed, I would recommend, or I will suggest that you continue looking. There is a new opportunity coming in. But yes, and so here we see, and this is the 10 of Cups for you, Raja, which is the happily ever after. This is the happy endings. We can see the rainbow, we see the cups, which is the your windfall. And I think, did we talk about this a day or two ago where we were talking about your windfall? Your windfall is an emotional, fulfilling windfall. It's not necessarily the money, it's about doing what you love. I will say, any one of us, when we do what we love, the money will come. Here in the States, we have that saying where, and I don't know if you've heard it as well, but when we do what we love, we never work a day in our lives. And there is a lot of truth in that. But your windfall lies in doing what is emotionally and spiritually fulfilling for you. And I think as a Pisces, you have multiple job opportunities coming in for you from now until the end of the year. And so I would recommend, if you are employed, that doesn't mean that you cannot continue to look for employment. You have multiple opportunities, employment opportunities coming in for you. And for some reason, I am getting the indication that you're wanting to start or create your own business. You are employed now, but you would really like to start or create your own business. You would like to be the master of your own destiny. And there's no reason why you cannot remain employed and start on the side working towards creating your own business. Thank you. Many entrepreneurs, many very successful multi-million and billionaires started their business, started their career as a hobby. They started it as a sideline. They didn't just rush in and start right away. They took small steps working towards what it was that they would like to achieve. Rome was not built in a day, Raja. Be patient. Be patient. You've got this. It's about taking small steps in the direction that you would like to go each day. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Miss Carmen, I love that name. I had a younger sister. Her name is Carmen. I love that. Miss Carmen, I love my Carmen. And so, windfall through good luck are in connections. Oh, I tell you, there is nothing wrong with wanting that garden and the art and music. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Okay. And so, will Carmen move to a rural home? So, you kind of have a couple different things going on with that question, Carmen. Yes, thank you, Butterfly Rose. Most definitely, I am open. I am available for questions. I will allow you to ask one question in the comment section, and I will be very happy to answer that question, or draw a card for that question, actually, is how that works. Thank you. And so here, Carmen, back to your question. And so that's kind of a multi-phased question. And so are you asking about the windfall? Are you asking about good luck? Are you asking about connections? Or are you asking about moving to a more rural location? Because I'm going to tell you what, I listen to quite a few self-help gurus. I listen to self-help, but the key and one thing that they all have in common is to put away any expectations on how the universe is going to bring that in. And so, for example, let's go back to your question. We're talking about wanting to move to a rural location. And then, as soon as we say through good luck, as soon as we say through windfall, as soon as we say through connections, we're telling the universe how to bring it to us. And so it's almost like we're setting our intentions by putting limitations onto the universe. And you and I know that miracles happen every day. And part of what makes it such a miracle is that it comes from very unexpected places. Okay. And so if we ask, are you lucky? you'll get a yes or no answer, but just because you're lucky doesn't mean that you'll move into your rural location. Can you create connections? Yes, you can make connections, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll move into your rural place. Oh my gosh, Carmen, aren't I such a big pain in the butt? Okay. Okay, I love that question. It's about achieving the location that you desire, about creating positive energy, and acting as if you are in that location. And then we're going to set it out there. We're going to send it out to the universe and let the universe send it back to us. And let's draw a card on that. Let's not let's not try to limit the universe. Let's try not to limit God. Let's let God bring it to us however he sees or they see fit. Thank you, Spirit. One card for Carmen and her new location. Carmen and her new location. And I'm visioning that location for you. I am visioning, I'm sending out that energy for that location. Carmen and her location. It looks like yes. I say yes. And why I say yes with this card, Karma, or why I say yes with this card, Karma. Oh my gosh, why I say yes with this card, Carmen, is that the Devil card represents the sign of Capricorn. And a Capricorn is most definitely known for climbing and reaching the top of every mountain. It's like when a Capricorn gets their mind set on something, they achieve it. They will play the long game. They will achieve it. And the Devil card also represents the physical world. And so I'm looking at this card as a yes. But I will also say that this card comes with a warning. Whereas moving into the location that you seek may be more work and more binding than you are anticipating. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for these, Spirit. I wanted to know what are Josh's, or what is Butterfly would like to know what her partner's next actions are. What are her partner's next actions? What are her partner's next action? Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at these two cards that they almost seem polar opposite. And it looks like at this time, your partner is experiencing a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights. It's almost like, a lot of stress and a lot of sleepless nights. And it's backed by the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles, the 10s in tarot represents endings and beginnings. So they're very stressed. They're very worried. They're having sleepless nights about an ending or about a beginning. And it looks like the next action, the next thing that they want to do is create a legacy. They feel like they are falling short of the expectations that their family has placed upon them. This uh, Nine of Swords here for this question is giving me the indication, or making me think, or making me believe that they are frozen, that fear has overtaken them. And fear, as we all know, is false evidence of appearing real. It's like they're so stressed out, they're so worried that they haven't met their family's expectation, that they're frozen. They're frozen with fear. Okay, thank you. And Jerry would like to know how Jace really feels about them. Jerry would like to know how Jace really feels about them. Jerry would like to know how Jace really feels about them. One card, please. Jace really feels about them. They feel very guarded about you. The Four of Pentacles. And so they're very guarded. I don't know if they are guarded because of something that you may have done, or something that has happened to them in their past, but they're very guarded. Thank you, Spirit. Sheila, what does my love life hold for you and your boyfriend? Thank you, Sheila. One card for Sheila and her boyfriend. 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 Thank you, Spirit. One card for Sheila and her boyfriend. Oh my gosh, sometimes Spirit really takes a little bit to get to those questions, or those answers. Well, look at that. I love that we have the Sun, which is, I kind of like to call this my warm and fuzzy card. If we think of all of the wonderful things that the Sun does for us and the Sun does to our planet, I'm surprised we didn't get the World card, but the World card was here. That's probably why we got the Sun card. So they think of you as someone would think of the Sun, all warm and happy. Okay, thank you. Thank you. How does Eric feel about you? And so this card is for Ashley. Let's make sure we get a good card for you, Ashley. And so how does Eric feel about Ashley? How does Eric feel about Ashley? How does Eric feel? They feel that there's a lot that they don't know about you, Ashley. And so the Two of Swords many times represents a third choice. So I don't know if there's another person and they feel like there's a choice between you and another person, but that we see the blinder here on is saying that they are feeling, or they're thinking that there's a lot about you that they don't know, or there's something about you that they would like to know, or something about you that they would like to get to see. Okay, yes. And so it looks like they are still have not made up their minds. And Ashley, I am not a professional. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a professional in any sense of the word, but I would say anytime we are in a third party situation, or anytime that someone is considering whether something is between us and another person, I would say that's not our person, and we should just move forward, because I really do believe that when we meet our person, it doesn't matter. We know instantly that that is our person. Anytime we have to hee-haw around and think and make a decision, and we are looking for something more, we're looking for something different, or we need to make a choice, I take myself out of that situation. I never want to put myself in a position where in thinking that I may be a second choice or someone else may be a second choice, because my person knows me instantly. Thank you. Yes. And Ashley, I don't know how much of this reading that you caught. You may want to watch this reading when it's done loading. But we talked about um, people being our soulmates or our twin flames. But just because we feel that someone is our soulmate or someone is our twin flame doesn't mean that they're in our lives from then moving forward. Many times we come with a soul contract with a person, and we feel that they're our soulmate or we feel that they're our twin flame, when actually there's just a lesson to be learned in that relationship. And so, Ashley, you may have hurt him deeply, but you may have hurt him deeply because that was the part of the soul contract that the two of you agreed on. And if a relationship ended, and a relationship has ended badly, and we're still feeling a want or feeling a need to connect, it's not necessarily that we want or need to connect with that person. It may simply be that there's still a lesson there for us to learn. And so instead of looking at a relationship as we want to get back together or that we want to make amends, it is, what is there still here to learn? Many times when God, when Source, when the universe is speaking to us, he's speaking to us in blessings or lessons. We're either receiving a blessing or we're receiving a lesson. And as soon as we learn our lesson, the blessing will come. Thank you. Pisces, you are a wonderful water sign. You are a wonderful water sign. You make a good match for anyone that is well grounded, because as a Pisces, you are very flexible and very forgiving. Thank you. And so, Amma is my friend in love with me. This is your card. This is your card. Friend in love. Friend in love. And so that's kind of a tricky question. That's kind of a tricky question, because they may love you, but there's different degrees of love and different types of love. They may love you as a friend. They may love you like they love a brother or they love a sister. Are you looking, what type of love are you looking for? Well, thank you for considering donating, Ashley. At this time, I do take donations. I think you can visit my YouTube channel, and there may be a link to donate. But at this time, I don't quite have enough view hours to get my donation button. But if you keep watching, if you keep watching, one day here in the future, I will have a donate button. Yes, those links. I tell you, I think because there's just so many scammers and so many people that have not so that they have deceit in mind, that YouTube, for your protection, has really placed a lot of restrictions on. Look at these two cards here that you got here for those feelings. Okay. And so, romantic love. And so it looks like, when we see this Nine of Wands here, this Nine of Wands is the wounded soldier. And that's just telling me that someone here is wounded, that they need to heal. But then we also have the 10 of Cups here, which is the happily ever after. And so I do believe that they love you. But before they can commit to a relationship for you, they need to heal. They need to heal before they can commit or act on that love. Think. Thank you. I I do, that is my intent. And before each reading, I do spend time in meditation and opening myself up to spirit. I don't know if this is your first time tuning in. I usually do a quick smudge and some chimes just to really bring in spirit. And how does Robin feel about me? This is gonna have to be my last question. I have pets and they're hungry. Thank you. Thank you. And so this is for, oh, and look at, we have 3 cards came up for you. And I like that we have 2 twos, which is a healing relationship. So this is for an insomnia about Robin. And this insomnia about Robin, there's many opportunities for love and partnership coming in. Okay, so insomnia, how does Robin feel about me? Robin feels that you offer a lot of opportunity and that you are a change from the persons or the type of person that they're usually attracted to. They believe that you are balanced, and they also believe that you have offer a relationship that is emotionally and spiritually fulfilling. Thank you, Spirit. And I am going to have to end that. Okay, so I'm going to thank you. Let's just be patient because I have 2 people. I'm going to stop taking questions, but there's 2 questions here. There's a question from Vianda about a job, and then there is a question from Sheely about a perception. So I'm going to answer those 2 questions, and then I'm going to need to end. Thank you for being patient with me. I don't know if I got a little barker in the background. I don't know if you can hear that little dog, but she's been patient. She's been patient. Thank you, Spirit. 1 card for Veranda and her job. And so I will say, even before the card comes up, that you will receive a job. Vanda, what is your zodiac sign? And let's see if not that, because you are going to get a job. I believe that there's a job for everyone. But let's see how long it's going to be before you get your job. Would you like to do that maybe instead? And what is your zodiac sign? That was too many cards, Spirit. Too many cards, Spirit. 1 card for Veranda. 1 card for Vanda. It's Vanda. What a beautiful name, Vanda. Very unique. Just almost kind of like Greta. Hardly do we ever get a Vanda, and hardly ever do we ever get a Greta. What a wonderful combination we make today. 1 card for Vanda. And how long is it going to be? When will she receive her job? When will she receive her job? 1 card, please. 1 card. Okay, let's see. I think that might be 8 weeks. So that's 2 months. I wonder why they didn't say that, but or 7 weeks. 7 weeks. So 7 weeks. But just because we have that 7 weeks, that doesn't mean that you won't receive an offer um, before then. It's just saying that it's going to be 7 weeks before you start. I really do believe, because for some reason when I was shuffling, was getting the number 2, which is why I said, oh, I wonder why 2 months didn't come up. And so I do believe within the next couple weeks you are going to get an offer, but it's going to take up to 7 weeks before you can start and work out the details. So I do believe you're going to get a job offer before then, but for some reason it's going to take some time before you're able to start. Thank you, Spirit. And what is Leo perception on the connection, and is it over? Okay. I'm not sure if I'm responding to, okay. Okay. And so, Shaylee? Okay. Yes. And so this is for Shaylee. And this is the card that came out. And so let's see. I would say that it is over, but why are you stuck there? When we see that 8 of Swords, we see someone that is stuck, but they're stuck not because of the mud, although they're in the mud. They're not stuck because of the mud, and they're not stuck because of the swords. And so many times I'll say, when I see a sword, I'll think like of contracts, I'll think of agreements, but something that involves words. And so you're not stuck because of the words. You're not stuck because of the conversation that you had. You're not stuck because of your feeling that you're in the mud. And you're not even really stuck because of these ties here. Because if we look closer, we can see that she's bound, but those are very loose. All she would really have to do is lift one of her arms and those binds would fall away. But she's blinded. She has a blindfold on. And so there is something here for you to see about this relationship being over. Did they cheat? Did they find someone else? I think that's what you're not seeing, that there's someone else. It is over. And in order for you to move on, you need to be able to see or to accept that there's something else. Okay. And so, yes, those F buddies, very rarely does anything work out long term with those F buddies. Yes, and I would say they, I believe, have found someone else. And that is what you're not seeing. That's why you're unable to move on.